Hello, happy Tuesday. New year, new Tuesday. Hope you are doing well. And thank you for answering my polls on my YouTube feed, my YouTube post feed of my YouTube channel. If you have been replying, I appreciate all those replies. And because some of you were saying that you are struggling with dealing with a narcissistic family member, then I thought that I could talk about this. So when you are dealing with a narcissistic family member, my advice is that you try to stay as calm as possible whenever you have to deal with them in any way. Of course, be distancing yourself as much as possible, because with these kind of toxic people, we always need to remember that we need to keep our distance from them as much as possible, as soon as possible. To be cutting them off because they're so unhealthy, especially when you are a sensitive person, empath, highly sensitive person. So it will take a toll on your health if you keep on giving them energy and attention. And what will ultimately heal you is the distance, along with time, along with taking care of yourself. Learning how to love yourself authentically and honestly, so that you rather take care of yourself and your own needs than give them what they want from you. Your time, your energy, your effort, your love, your care, your support, money, whatever it is that they want from you. They are attention seekers, so the more you unplug the energy supply, the better. And the sooner you do this, the better. And yes, it might hurt a lot, yes. But you have to understand that all your feelings and emotions, experiences regarding this they are natural. You know, everything is natural that you're going through regarding this toxic person or people. And they don't give you peace, but you have to give yourself peace. So you just have to be supporting yourself, being on your own side. So again, the more you learn to be on your own side, to back yourself up with your sensitive emotions and feelings, the better. And of course, setting those healthy boundaries is important, whether it means that you just ignore them, or you tell them that you don't care anymore, for example, or you just tell them to stop, or you will contact the police, for example, or something like that. Do what feels natural for you. So whether you say something to them or not, of course, ignoring them should also send them the message that you don't want to engage with them. But of course, you can also tell them to just, stop and leave you alone. You can do that. And of course, if you are scared in your own home, for example, then you might have to contact the police, for example, and tell them the situation, that you have a narcissistic, toxic family member who is threatening you, or who is coming banging to your door, or whatever. But just remember that your fear, your experiences are valid, so you have to take them seriously. You have to take your health, your boundaries seriously. And you should be able to be safe in your own home. in your own life. So if somebody is threatening your peace, your life, your health, your family, for example, if you have children and pets, for example, of course it is completely valid. And if you are really feeling scared and ashamed, for example, because of the abuse, try to remind yourself that it's not your fault. Try to calm yourself down in some ways what feel natural to you. Breath work helps. Of course, if you pray, meditate, they help as well. Sometimes you might not find the right way to calm yourself down. I know how difficult it can be as well when you just cannot calm down. But of course, as soon as you can, the better. Because they don't deserve you being in panic and pain. But the more you're reminding yourself that it's not your fault, why they are behaving this way, why they are treating you this way, it's not your issue to fix. It was never your fault. It's never about you. When somebody abuses another person, it's not about the victim. It's about the abuser, the attacker. They have the problem. Unfortunately, they just don't usually take any accountability and responsibility, which creates even more fear and shame and guilt in the victim. But the more you understand this, the better. So you just have to be drawing the line, and you just have to affirm to yourself and to your abuser, no more. I will not be tolerating this no more. So I don't care if you are a part of my family, my own blood, but you don't care about me. You don't seem to care about me. You never did, apparently. And this is very unhealthy, what you're trying to do to me, how you're treating me. When you are coming after me like this, you're like stalking me, or whatever they are doing to you, that feels uncomfortable. It feels toxic. It feels uneasy. It feels unhealthy. So just be on your own side again and just acknowledge this. And of course, if you have people to help and support you with this, of course, the better, that you would not be alone. If you are alone dealing with these things, I'm here to help. You can book calls with me, one-on-one calls with me, and we can talk about this situation. You can tell me what you want to tell me, and I will do my best to help you and guide you forward with this painful situation, so that you can have peace and clarity, and you can feel like you are able to heal and move on. And of course, my self-care checklist can also help you to take care of yourself, and my boundaries bootcamp guide, for example, also will help you practice those boundaries. And of course, again, I recommend journaling as well, so you can journal your feelings, your emotions, experiences down like a diary. So it helps also to be letting out everything that is piling up within you, that is boiling up, because you need to let everything out. You cannot be suppressing the pain within you. And remember that you are not an object, you're a human being, that they cannot control you. So by distancing yourself and setting those boundaries and ignoring them, you're showing them that they cannot be controlling you. So just don't be too nice, because if you are too nice, it can invite the disrespect and abuse. So show them that you're not too nice anymore if you have been in the past. If you have been maybe pleasing them, you're not doing that anymore. You're not giving them what they want. You're focusing on yourself and on your own life and what matters to you. And that is what a smart adult does. They don't focus on those unnecessary things. So know your value and worth, and know that you don't deserve this abusive, controlling treatment. And if you have to change your number, change your address, you know, all sorts of things like that, that they cannot reach out to you anymore. Block them on everything. And this way you're also drawing those energetic boundaries. Especially when you want to be building a new life without abuse. You want to have a life without those controlling family members. So you have to be detaching yourself and letting them know that you cannot treat me in this disrespectful, abusive way. If this is your situation that you have to be dealing with this person or people for some reasons that you cannot fully put them behind you, then of course it's more difficult, but the same applies anyway, that you have to be detaching from them. You have to be ignoring them. You have to be drawing your boundaries, because otherwise they will be draining you out. They are just hurting you and abusing you and disrespecting you. So they are destroying you. So this is not acceptable. So if you have to deal with them in some ways, just minimize it to very small amounts and work on not engaging emotionally. So I hope this video answered your questions and thoughts. If there are something that is really bothering you about this topic, of course you can, for example, send me an email about your questions, or you can book my free consultation call for 30 minutes, so we can discuss about your situation and what's going on and what's happening. And if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, then we can see it from there. Of course, I do also recommend that you grab my self-help book on Amazon, because it will really help you to be able to take more care of yourself and of your life, and to move on from these kind of experiences. And thank you, as always, for supporting my work and my channel as well.